we're gonna replace the power window motor in this 1993 GMC Sierra. First thing we're gonna do is we're going to remove the battery positive cable. Next, we're gonna unplug the motor. Next, we'll test the new motor to make sure that it's the issue. I'm pretty sure it's the issue, but just to make sure. Okay, that's good. All right, so I use this mirror to kind of look around inside of there. I couldn't record with my phone. Then I use it as a flashlight, so I set my phone in here, and I put this in here just to kind of see what's going on. Instructions do say you got to take off of these rivets, so we're taking off the whole regulator, comes with it, and then attach the motor. In retrospect, I should have probably just bought the regulator and motor on together. Mainly because the regulator is just as old as the motor, so time will tell if it was a mistake. But okay, so I'm going to use this punch and knock out that center rivet, and then drill out the remainder of it. I can't get back here to punch out this pin for this rivet, so I'm going to go ahead and drill them out. Those came out. But once I get this regulator off, then I can get to the motor. Okay, this was a bit of a pain. I recommend buying one, probably buy the motor with the regulator. So these came out okay because I was able to punch the pin out from the rivet from this side, but this side, as you can see, the previous segment, that the rivet was put in the other way, which made it difficult to get a hammer and a punch in here. But you see a little bit of mauled up. Trying to drill out those rivets are pretty hard metal. Also, I pulled this out so I can get the regulator and the motor out. And moving on to the motor replacement, I've gone ahead and put this on the regulator, which comes with its own bolts here. This pin here, and I didn't do this, but before you take the motor out, go ahead and line it up. You may not be able to line it up because if your motor breaks where the gears are not where you can get a pin in here, then it may be a moot point. But once you if you don't clamp this or drill a hole or put a pin, once you pull this motor out, this whole thing's going to spring over because of this spring here. It's not, I mean, it's enough tension to hurt you, but I would definitely not do what I did. Anyway, I had to put it in a vise. I pulled it all the way back to where this pin, and I dropped the pin in there, and then I put this pin in first while the motor was, before I brought it back and pinned it, and then that way I could attach this motor, and then tightening it was a little tricky, kind of use a needle nose, pliers or whatnot to get these all tight. But anyway, this is what's going in there now. I'm gonna clean this up, clean the dirt up, and try to get this back in here. Okay, I got this just kind of hanging in there. I taped up the window with a few pieces of tape. As you can see, the regulator's in. I've just got to hook these up to this, to the bolt holes, and I've taken this metal metal framing cover off. Held it down because you've got the rods in the way for the power switch actuator, and I didn't want to take those apart. So there's two arms that come up, and then a third one comes down, and it runs on a track right here, and then the other two run on the track that's attached to the window. I kind of collapsed that framing, came up across, put the first one on, put the second one on, and then while I was holding this out, slid the other one on. So those are all on, and I believe they're all on. Yeah, you can't see it. So now I'll just work on getting that on there and bolting it up. Okay, so I got it in. It kind of worked out. I put the screws in on this side. Obviously, it's easier to get a ratchet or a wrench on the nut, and then have a screwdriver out here to tighten it up. Put a good tighten on there. Put all these bolts back in. I gotta tighten this one up. Then I'll get the switch. Testing it out. It rolls up and down. We're good there. So, all right. It's not much, but get it going.